Hello everyone, welcome to day 6 of 30 days Python series. Today we are going to discuss about how to give inputs in Python, integer, floats and string. We have two types of input methods in Python. One is static input and second one is dynamic input. Static inputs refers to data that is fixed and predetermined within the program's code or configuration files. This data does not change during the program's execution unless the code itself is modified. Examples: hard-coded values in variables. Name equal to Alice. Name is a variable and we are storing that value Alice. Constants defined in the code. Pi equal to 3.14159. Here pi is a variable and we are storing the value 3.14159. And another one is dynamic inputs. Dynamic inputs refers to data that is in the program during its execution, often through users' interaction, external data sources, or runtime calculation. This data can change with each execution or based on real-time conditions. Major difference between static inputs and dynamic inputs. In static input, we cannot change the input in every execution, but in dynamic input, we can change the inputs in every execution. And we can see the examples on static and dynamic inputs. Open VS Code, click on File, open a folder. This is our folder. Select folder, click on New File, static underscore dynamic dot py. Here a equal to 10 and we are printing 10. Control S on the code. Here we are getting a 10. It is a static input. And we will see the dynamic input. In dynamic input, we have three types of inputs: integer inputs, float inputs, string inputs. We will see how to give the dynamic input in integer. Age is a variable. We will give the integer input like this. Int input. Here we are passing a message, enter your age. Like that, we will give the integer inputs. And float inputs. Here we are taking a variable name as price. Here we are declaring the float data type and input enter price. This is a message. We are giving string input. Here we are taking variable p. We are giving input and we are sending message enter a string. Likewise, we are giving dynamic inputs and we will see the examples of integer inputs, float inputs and string inputs. In integer inputs, we will see addition of two numbers by giving dynamic inputs. We will write the program of addition of two numbers by giving dynamic input. A is equal to int of input, enter the value A. Next we are creating another variable v, int input, enter the value of v. We are creating another variable msc. We are performing addition here. Print c. Control S and run the code. Here it is asking the value of a. We are giving 10. After it is asking value of b, we are giving 20. Here the addition is 30. If we execute this code again, we can change the values of a and b. Let's see. Now we are giving the value of a is 25. The value of b is 35. The result is 60. Likewise, we can change the inputs in every execution. This is the dynamic input. Now we will see the floating input. Float input dynamically. Now we are creating a variable b equal to float of input. Enter the value of p. We are creating another variable as q float input. Enter the value of q, and we are performing subtraction r equal to p minus q, q plus q. Print r, print s, control s, run the code. Here we are going to enter the value of p is 3.5. The value of q is 2.5. Here p minus q is 1.0 and p plus q is 6. We will give another input. Now we are giving 6.5 as p value and 10.5 as q value. Here likewise we are giving float input dynamically. Here we can change the values of p and q multiple times. 2.3 as p value, 3.3 as q value. This is the p minus q and this is the p plus q. Next we will see the how to give the dynamic string input. String input dynamically. Here we are creating a variable name as student input. Enter the name of student. Print student. Let's run the code. Here it is asking name of the student, Ram. Here we are entering the name and the output is coming. Again we will execute this code. Again it is asking the enter the name of the student, Raju. Here the Raju output is coming. Likewise, we can give different type of inputs in every execution. It is only possible in dynamic input. We will see the examples of static inputs. Static inputs. A equal to 10, B equal to 20, C equal to A plus B. Print See, Control S, run the code. Here the output is 30 is coming. Again we will execute this code. Again the output is coming 30. Again we will execute this code. Here you can see in static input we cannot change the variables in every execution. But in dynamic inputs, we can change the variables in every execution. That is the main difference between static and dynamic inputs. That's all today. We will meet in day 7.